Mark?
I'm shaking my head because you are not telling the full story.
Okay, let me explain it in detail. What?
You sure you want to do this?
Yeah, because I didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't bothering anybody.
Can I, if you say something that's incorrect, can I chime in and give you the truth? Because you do like to give the truth in the way that it makes you seem like you've done nothing wrong at all. Or do we just let you tell your own story?
Nick, tell me if the mall cop was overstepping when I was leaving the park.
He definitely was overstepping.
Yeah, so he was overstepping, so I overstepped it back. I told him to fuck off.
Well, that girl at DreamHack was also overstepping, but I was also in the wrong too by telling her I make too much money for calling her a bitch. I was also wrong as well. She was wrong for overstepping her bounds because I had credentials, but I was also wrong. Maybe this fucking
idiot won't do this again now because now he got embarrassed because I didn't do anything wrong and he wasted the cop's time. The cop literally just laughed at us. Tried to hop a fence. No, I tried to leave a gate that was closed. And he's like, ma'am. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. I don't know. It was so stupid. It was so dumb.
In my opinion, this was 50 times worse than Shake Shack.
No, it wasn't.
Malena could murder someone and could still not be in the wrong. Oh my God.
How is this worse than Shake Shack? Tell me.
Because to be fair, I didn't think Shake Shack was even that bad.
Okay. Did I stick a camera in the fucking kid's face and went up to him and started bothering him? No. I was minding my own business.
How about you just tell the story? Go ahead.
Okay. I had like 2-3 slushies and that went in the wave pool. And it was 100 degrees outside. And I was just flipping around these fucking donuts making circles. And I got really drunk really fast because it's like 100 degrees outside. And then I told Britt and Ashley, I was like, hey, we got to stop because I'm getting really fucking shit-faced in this pool spinning around. And they're like, no, we should just do one more trip before the park closes. So we just did one more trip around. And I got out of the wave pool and I felt really fucking sick. I felt sick because I was fucking spinning in circles, 100 degrees in piss water. And the parks are kind of separated, so you have to walk from one park to the other. And I kept walking in this fucking 100-degree weather, and I was like, bro, I have to throw up. I have to throw up from the fucking water park shit. And I tried to stop and throw up in a trash can, but they were pulling my wrists. Like, no, we gotta go. We gotta go to the bus to go take the bus back to the other fucking park. And me walking around feeling fucking extra drunk and extra fucking shitty from spinning in circles in the fucking donuts in the 100-degree weather in the water. Who asked? Literally everybody asked. Shut the fuck up. Like, go watch a Hearthstone stream. And we got on the bus, and I was like, bro, you guys didn't let me throw up in the fucking trash can. Now I'm gonna throw up on this bus. Like, this is you guys' fault. And I was sitting there like, fuck. I'm feeling fucking seasick. I'm gonna throw up. And so as soon as we land at the other park, I get out, and I throw up in a bush. I throw up in a bush, and then I sit there on the sidewalk. I'm like this, like, fuck, I just want to go home. Like, I feel sick. I feel, like, really fucking drunk. I feel overly drunk because it's so fucking hot outside. And then this fucking...
There was no bush.
There was a fucking bush right next to me. I sat down, and I threw up in the dirt in the bush right behind me.
You threw up on the dirt. You sat down, and you threw up. And when I came back out, you were literally sitting right next to your throw up. Do not lie.
Yes, it was in a bush right behind me. Anyway, I was sitting there. The park was closing. I was minding my own fucking business. I was sitting there quietly with a fan like this. Like with a fan in my face. Drinking water while Ashley was standing next to me. We were sitting there waiting for Nick. Then this fucking rent-a-cop, mall cop comes over. He's like, you're sick, You can't be, like, drunk in public. I'm like, bro, you guys are serving margaritas with double shots at this fucking park in 100-degree weather, and you don't want people to be intoxicated here? I said it in a very much more drunkenly way. I'm like, Elmo, you're fucking serving margaritas with double shots. Of course I'm fucking shit-faced, you know? And then he's like, yeah, we're closing, so you gotta leave. I'm like, I am leaving. I'm sitting at the sidewalk. I'm waiting for my boyfriend to come pick me up. And he's like, yeah, but you can't be drunk though. Like, you're not allowed to be drunk here. And I come back. I'm like, yeah, but you are serving alcohol here and you don't want people to be drunk. He's like, and then I was like, how old are you? I asked him because he looked like he was fucking 12. He looked like he was 12. He's like, I'm 18. And I was just like kind of nervous and like really drunk. So I just like burst out laughing. And I was like, is this your summer job? I was like, is this your summer job? He's like, yeah, it's my summer job. You're still not allowed to be drunk though. So me and this fucking kid get in an argument. And then Nick pulls up. And I'm finally leaving. He's like still talking shit. And then I'm leaving. And I'm just like, peace, bitch. And then I try to open the gate and leave. And he's like, okay, I'm calling the cops on you. I fucking flipped off this 12-year-old looking idiot. I flipped him off. And then he called the cops. And I'm like, okay, we actually can't leave now. Because if we leave and this idiot call the cops, then I'll be the one looking like an idiot. Because we're driving away from a guy calling the cops on us and he can just make shit up. So I sit there and wait until this sweetheart cop comes. I pull out my ID and then he's like, la la la, how long have you been in America? And I was like, oh shit, I realized it's a cop because he was wearing like a vest or something, like a safety vest. He wasn't wearing a normal uniform. And as soon as he was a cop, I kind of put on like a Texas accent and Nick was just like,
no, don't say kinda. Do not
sugarcoat
it.
Dude, me and the cop were vibing. I was like, hell yeah, brother. I've been here for like 6 years. Oh, I was floating around these. You know how Casey Tron does her fucking Kokona accent? I was like, oh, I had one too many little slushies and I was floating around the donut. It was just really hot outside. I had to walk from one part to the other. I don't have no shoes on. Like, it was a lot worse than that. And he was literally just like laughing. He was laughing and the kid was standing right behind the cop. You see the color of the lights?
The kid was fucking furious.
You see the lights behind us? He was standing behind us, and he was the color of these lights in his face. And the cop was just like chilling. He was just asking me a whole bunch of questions. He was really nice. He was like, it was literally like we just got pulled over in GTA, like less serious. He was super chill. And Nick was just like, we're just trying to leave. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna ask a few more questions. He asked me questions about Norway and shit. We were chilling. He was just realizing that I got too drunk because it was hot outside. And then this kid, when the cop leaves, the kid still stands there like this. Like outside of our window. And I was like, have fun at your summer job, peace, bitch. So we roll up the windows and Nick was like, I can't fucking believe you told a fucking kid have a fucking good summer job and you talk with a fucking fake accent to the fucking cop. Like, you fucking embarrassed me. Like, if you've ever seen Nick angry in his whole fucking life, he was so mad. And Ashley and Britt was just sitting in the backseat literally laughing. They were laughing because they realized that this kid just overreacted so hard. He was fucking, it's probably like his first job ever, right? And he was just overstepping fucking so hard. Have you ever seen Mall Cop where like they're driving around with those like helmets and they're looking for things to be upset about? They're like, that's a Snickers wrapper on the floor. Better fucking call security. Like, he was overstepping so fucking hard. And I fucking told him to fuck off because he was overstepping. And he got embarrassed because he had no fucking real authority. He had no real authority there. And he looked like an idiot because he called the cops on me sitting on the sidewalk just fucking chilling out. And the cop was also chilling so hard. Karen? Nick's a Karen.
Are you kidding me?
Cop didn't have time for that shit. Yes, he was upset at the fucking kid who called the cops on him for no reason. Listen, I hope that kid's privilege got fucking checked. You can't just call the cops because you're offended. And he was overdoing his job. And like people on Twitter were just like, this kid just fucking hates his job, dude. No, he fucking doesn't. It's his first ever security job. He's walking around like a fucking pigeon, puffing his chest out, looking for reasons to be mad. He's like, finally, dude, I fucking tricked this bitch into a corner. She's sitting there drunk with the bum in the bush behind her. Like, no. And Nick was just embarrassed. He was just embarrassed. But guess what? I was embarrassed when Nick had fucking 10 pizza slices and was just running around the park holding his ass because he had to go shit, okay? I think that's a lot worse. And then he just got back in the pool after he had fucking explosive diarrhea in the bathroom. And then he just had a bad time for the rest of the time while we were like chugging slushies floating around the wave pool. You were gone for like 40 minutes. We were there for 2 hours, by the way. We went after our stream and it's an hour drive.
Okay. Now, can I give my side now?
The only thing that I did wrong was flick that fucking kid off, and I laughed in his face when he was wrong.
I was very, 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 very
angry,
upset about the way Malena handled the situation. Number one, I was upset because she got so shit-faced in a public park when there's...
Nick, I had 2 fucking slushies. It was 100 degrees.
Did I interrupt you when you were speaking? Did I interrupt you? No. I did not.
You did not.
Okay, so let me talk. Kevin,
Shut the fuck up. You're cross-banned, bitch.
Stop banning people.
I'm kidding.
Listen, I was upset because, number one, she got so drunk that people were literally having to carry her through the park.
That is not true.
Yes, I had to hold you up, and remember the random guy had to give you water and a fan because you were dying. Just got too drunk. That annoyed me.
He was leaving and he.
Hey,
dropped
why
his
are
shit
you
off
interrupting
with,
me
sorry.
again? This is crazy.
He was leaving and he dropped his shit off with me.
My God, this is real. Like LSF, this is real. This is no joke. This isn't scripted content.
Dude, he says he hates LSF, but he spends his whole fucking day reading.
I don't hate LSF. I love LSF. That's how I grew my channel. Okay. Can I continue my story now? Mm-hmm. You promise you won't interrupt me anymore? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that I was annoyed at that. I wasn't mad. Okay? Malena got so drunk that she had to sit on the side of the road while I went and got our stuff and got the car. That was fine. As I walk out, okay, I see the kid standing there. I see Malena just covered, like throw up everywhere on the floor.
I was not covered in throw up, and the throw up was in the bush behind me.
Nope, I saw it. I saw all the throw up on the floor. Someone's going to have to clean that up. I do not lie.
It was in the bush.
I saw the pizza that you ate for lunch.
Dude.
It's not true.
Okay.
It's just not true. Okay. Okay. And I didn't know anything. I'm like, okay, fine. So I go get the car and I come back. And I see Malena trying to escape through a locked fence. I'm like, oh shit.
I didn't try
What's
to escape.
going on? So
you parked outside.
Why do you keep interrupting?
Can I just fucking interrupt? Because you're wrong. You're trying to make it so much worse.
No.
Are you trying to get people to hate me?
Was the fence locked?
It was a fucking gate in the fence.
Yeah.
There was a gate with a fucking door handle,
and
I tried to open it.
But it was locked.
It was not locked.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. Because he opened the fucking door for me.
No, you went around. No, you didn't. You went around. That's not true.
It's like one of those gates where you can open it from the inside, and I was on the fucking inside.
That's okay. Whatever. It doesn't. These are minuscule details. They don't really matter.
Listen, my mom laughed her ass off at this. I think you're just like overreacting.
Well, but you told your side of the story, not the whole thing. That's why she laughed.
You said earlier the kid was definitely overstepping.
Yes, he was. The kid.
I told him to fuck off, rightfully.
No, Malena. Even if someone's overstepping, you don't flick them off.
Mall cop Andy, dude, looking for reasons to be mad.
Malena,
sorry. Yeah, keep it up.
I learned this. I learned this at DreamHack.
I hope he just doesn't do this again. Sorry.
She won't let me talk, man. She won't let me talk. I don't know what to do. Like chat. She won't let me tell my side of the story. So.
Okay, keep going.
You know, so here's the deal. So I park my car. I'm waiting for Malena, right? And this kid rolls up, okay? And now I didn't know what happened. I had no idea about any of the shit that went down. I had no idea, right? So I see this kid, and I'm like, he's like, wait here just a minute, sir. I'm like, for what? And he goes, I'm calling the police. I'm like, why? And he goes, she flicked me off. And I go, okay, is that hard for you? I'm like, is that too big of a deal for you? And he just looks at me, fuming. And I'm like, let me stop. And I'm like, okay. all right, do what you got to do, bro. That's what I said to him. Like, hey, man, if it makes you feel better to call the cops, call them. Do what you got to do. Okay? Now, I didn't know about all the shit that went down before. I didn't. But a cop shows up. And then Malena throws on this country accent like I've never heard before. Okay? Trying to be as sweet as she possibly can. To con this guy, essentially. Sorry, I just got too drunk, officer. I'm so sorry.
It worked.
It did work. It did. But the reason I was so upset, you cannot disrespect, even if the kid was wrong. You cannot shit on him for a summer job.
Yes, I fucking can.
No, you can't. No, you can't. That's so rude. That's so unbelievably rude. You cannot shit on him for being a kid and working his job. He was out in the heat 8 hours that day.
I can tell that fucking idiot to fuck off if he's in the wrong. Just because he works there doesn't mean that his opinion's right.
No. The thing is, he wasn't in the wrong because you were drunk and disorderly. You literally, legally cannot be drunk throwing up on the sidewalk.
Okay.
No, let me speak. When there's kids around, you can't do that. If you were a homeless person, they would have called the cops and they would have removed you.
Okay, Nick, I'm taking full responsibility for throwing up in a bush, but the 3 trash cans that I was trying to throw up in, you guys wouldn't fucking let me do it. You pulled me away from them. And then you put me on this fucking bus, or I sat my ass on the bus. Of course I got more fucking sick.
Nope.
They wouldn't allow me to throw up in the trash cans. So as soon as I got out of the bus, I throw up. What, do you want me to throw up on the bus?
I don't want you to be that drunk anyways.
I wasn't that shit-faced.
Okay.
I was fucking going circles in the wave pool and donuts.
Malena, even if the kid's wrong, okay, you can't walk around, nice summer job, loser.
I didn't do
Fuck
that.
you.
I didn't do that at all.
No.
And
after, and I'm not kidding, so after Malena was vindicated by the cop, her country accent worked, okay, and as we're driving away, she rolls down the window, yells at the kid, have fun at your summer job.
Bitch!
I'm just like, dude, the blatant disrespect for this kid. I'm like, no way. And I was so embarrassed, and I was really upset because I'm like, I cannot believe my girlfriend just did this to this guy who was just literally, number one, he was probably having a bad day. Number two, he was just trying to do his job. You can't.
No, he wasn't trying to do his job. He
Yes,
was trying to be a
over...
cop. He was trying to be a cop at a
That's
fucking
how I feel.
Water park. And like he was finally looking for something to do because he was just so fucking bored.
We're not even going to talk about the way home, the hour on the way home. We're not even going to talk about that. We're going to keep that between us.
Okay.
Because that was egregious.
Did you follow the person?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Do not. Oh, should I tell him what you wanted to do?
No.
I'm not going to tell him that part.
No.
I'm not going to tell him that part because.
Okay, if you tell that part, then I'll tell everything else.
Yeah, tell everything else. I have nothing to worry about. Everything else. Exactly. I have nothing to hide.
There's no proof.
Yeah, because nothing's proof. I'll admit it, but that's not an issue. That's not an issue. But the whole point was, don't mention it. The whole point was,
do you want to call the water park manager? I'm sure. No, I am the opposite of a Karen. The guy called the cops on me because he was fucking offended. His mother's name's Susan. His dad's name Bill. He's never been outside of San Marcos his entire life. He probably knows every fucking cop by their first name. You can't just call the cops if you fucking drop your popsicle on the ground.
I think what you should have done, what I would have done, even though if he's not being reasonable, if you wanted to call the cops, be like, all right, man, just call him, bro. I'm sick. I'm sorry. I drank too much. I'm sick. If you want to call him, call him. My boyfriend will be here in 5 minutes.
Hey, you know what I could have done though, Nick?
That's it.
You know what I could have done
It's a
though?
wrap.
I could have gotten in the car and I could have been like, go, 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 go.
If you think I'm ever going to drive away from a fucking cop.
But you didn't know that the cops were coming because
No, he told me. He told me.
No, because I could have fucking ran around.
He was right behind you. I saw him coming.
Ran around from the 12-year-old. Oh yeah, he was stomping.
He was right behind you. We couldn't escape him.
He was stomping his feet on the ground, following me around, being like, suspect.
She wants to run from the cops.
I wasn't even that drunk. I was just so fucking sick from the whirlpool.
Listen, my whole thing as a 30-year-old who's matured, even if someone is wrong, it doesn't mean that you can be wrong as well. That was my take from the whole situation. Yes, the kid was overstepping. Who knows how,
Okay,
what was
scale
going on.
1 to 10. How
Yeah.
hard was he overstepping, overdoing literally anything?
He has a right to give you shit for being drunk on the sidewalk. He does.
What?
No,
was I bothering people?
No, you weren't. That's
Okay.
the thing. He took it too far. He could have been like, "Hey, lady, you gotta chill. Here's a napkin. Here's a trash can." He could have actually been helpful. He didn't take that route. Okay, but it doesn't mean, "Hey, are you 18? Is this your summer job?" Loser.
That is not what happened because he was talking
No.
mad shit to me before I started talking shit back.
What was he saying then?
I wouldn't have done that shit to a random person who would have been nice. He was overstepping so hard, standing next to me, trying to fucking babysit me when I was sitting on the ground, leaning up to a pole with a fan in my face, waiting for you to come pick me up.
This was a scenario, guys, when like both parties, like this happens a lot in life actually.
Like he wanted to ban me, but he was wrong. That's the thing.
He did try and ban Malena.
He tried to
didn't
ban
do
me,
it.
but I didn't do anything wrong. And that's why I got upset. He told me several times that I'm banned. And I was like, how am I banned? How do you know my name? How do you make sure that I don't... I'll just sign up with like a new... I didn't say these things, but like, I'm thinking to myself, how is he going to ban me from a water park where it fucking chance bought the tickets?
Okay.
You don't even have to show your ID when you show up.
Okay. Again.
Zero right to fucking ban anybody from a water
Oh
park.
my God. This is when you're just wrong again. So first off, they took Malena's name. Okay. Wrote it down. Right.
Still isn't banned.
Okay, but if they did ban you and they have your name and you go back, that's like trespassing. That's
I know
that's a felony.
that is a felony. I know,
So-
but I'm not banned.
So
and
I know,
asked the
but
cop.
they didn't ban you. But if you're asking how they could have banned you, that's how. So if you went back in there, even though you were technically banned, that's trespassing.
I know.
So that's how they ban you.
Chill. I just think Nick is mad overreacting, and he's upset that I told this kid to fuck off.
I am upset because I can't believe it.
I'm just gonna say it one more time, and then we're done with it. I was sitting on the sidewalk, minding my own business. I wasn't talking to people. I was drinking water with a fan in my face. Ashley and I was standing there waiting for Nick to come, and then this kid comes zooming over.
The kid was wrong. We all agree.
Yeah, he
does
was
everyone in the
fucking
chat?
wrong.
Does everyone in
He
the
was
chat
wrong,
agree that the kid was
and I told
overstepping?
him to fuck off, and
But-
that's what you fucking get. And he got embarrassed because the cops showed up, and there was no real reason to
I
call
also
the
was
cops.
very upset that you were trying to con that cop with a
I
fake
wasn't
accent.
conning anything. I was testing something, and it worked.
You scammed that man.
No, he was so sweet.
I know he was sweet and he was on your side, and you fucking sorry, officer. Oh my God. That's nuts. Like, to me, that's nuts. Like, I was taught growing up to respect authority to the T. You were disrespecting it, like, straight up. I think both were overstepping. Absolutely, you cannot get drunk with that in public and expecting that. It's just can't do it. So, I was really heated about it.
I just think it's so dumb how people call the cops for nothing. You sue for nothing. You call the cops for nothing.
No,
There's no health insurance. This is a fucking battle royale, dude.
That's his protocol. If he wants to get, he thinks someone's overstepping.
And guess what? He was wrong, and he got embarrassed.
He did get embarrassed. I actually felt really bad for the guy.
Why would you feel bad for a kid learning his lesson and now he won't call the cops for nothing again? Stop bothering the cops.
That kid was so. I really feel bad for him.
He was so fucking stupid.
He was just trying to do his job. I think he was trying to do his job, but he wasn't doing it well.
No, he was overdoing what he was asked to do. He wasn't even a security guard. He just worked there.
No, he was security. That's why he had
It didn't say security on his vest. It was a big yellow vest, and he's supposed to...
No, but that's why he had a walkie-talkie. So, no, he wasn't. What? No.
You guys are saying I'm a Karen when someone called the cops on me for me minding my own business, and I told someone to fuck off. That's the opposite of a Karen. He's the fucking Karen. Nick is the Karen. I was fucking vibing, dude. You are a Karen? Is it because of my haircut? Walkie-talkie doesn't mean security. We have a tango down, 5-3, fucking falling in the bush. There's kids around.
Jesus. Thanks for a 10 gifted
10
subs.
players, call the cop, brother.
YT Koj. Thank you. I probably said that wrong. You gifted